it's a plot to drop the IQ. Fighting amongst each other over rulers that don't like you. Prefer us trapped in melancholy with the wood ones of holly. Suggestions that obliterate to camouflage the folly. Attempted mental robbery, executed sloppily. The pompous see this mockery and walk the talk with me. Put the hands up to touch the Akasha, cause you know deep down there's something bigger than your wallet.
So we, eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful friends, welcome to your Thursday night episode of Middle Path. That's right, this is Middle Path. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere that is not Rockfin, then you will have to go over to Rockfin tonight to get the entirety of the show, which today we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. Chi, biomagnetism, prana, Brill, orgone, all this stuff, and all sorts of things about it that are synchro-mystically tied into everything else that we've ever talked about. For a very good reason, because this is the energy of literally everything, every phenomenon, every aspect of the universe that we can perceive is infused with these things. It's like the Force, and that's not an accident either. The people who make those movies, they know what's going on. They know what they're doing. And I hope you're still digging my summer dew. This is like I can't manage to blow hot air at my head in the morning, so I get my curls. So summer is my curly time. I dig it. And it's nice to see you, Mateo, in the chat, and the other people who haven't said hello yet. We've got a bunch of people over on Rockfin who haven't said hello yet. Welcome to all of you. Feel free to chat. You know, it's turning out like the last episode of Rogue Ways I did, there was more people in Rockfin than there was on YouTube, and that was pretty cool. So I hope to eventually have like the mass of people over there all the time. But you know, Thursdays are Middle Path, and Thursdays Middle Path is only on Rockfin. So again, we'll be here for a minute because it's cool. There's some stuff that we can share here, and then there's stuff that we're gonna only have over on Rockfin. So anyways, today was nice, actually. I don't know where you're at. They are definitely burning up the country, you know, every single day. I just see nothing but intense chemtrailing all day, every day. And then this heat comes in, you know, and people will say things like, oh, it's so unnatural. It's global climate change. And it is. It's global, and the climate's changing. It's just not for the reasons that they tell you it is. It's for their own reasons. When they're spraying the sky with all this shit, they can make it rain. They can make it hot. They can make it cool. We have HARP technology. We have all kinds of stuff that they're using in conjunction with one another to create the exact weather they want. So if you're like me, they're burning you out. I just saw an article today, too, on the Lame Stream that was, summer hasn't even started yet, and already millions of Americans are experiencing unnatural heat. I'm like, this is their headline, where they're just like, get ready, we're going to fry you even more. And I believe them, because that's their goal, right? They're going to light all kinds of forests on fires, just like they did last year. Remember last year we saw just so many reports from all over the world. Everywhere we saw wildfires, we saw reports of arsonists. Every single place. And these people were never, ever after that focused on again. We didn't get to understand their motives or see what happened to them or see them brought to justice, but we can guess. And we wouldn't be probably too remiss for guessing that some of these people are probably mentally ill and probably experiencing some form of technological harassment that maybe induces them to want to go do things like that. Just like we hear all the time from people who are out rioting, doing Antifa type shit. Again, not that being against fascism is bad. It'd be rad if you were actually against fascism. But instead, a lot of these people are just very fascist and out just doing all kinds of chaotic things. So we saw that a lot with all of these fires last year, and I'm sure we're going to see the same thing again this year. Maybe they'll hide it even more, how much it is arsonists doing this. But we'll see, you know, but we know we can probably expect a lot of wildfires. And I don't know about you, but that drives me insane to know that our beautiful natural world could be enjoyable, could be free from smoke, could be not blazing just fucking ass hellish hot all the fucking time, and could be nice and wonderful for all of us. You know, we could have plenty of water, plenty of food, and all these things, and live in pretty relative harmony if these motherfuckers weren't constantly fucking with everything. So, you know, I'm smiling, but in my heart, I'm kind of angry about it all. And I bet you are too. Thank you so much, Rebecca Ann, for the tip in Rockfin. I really appreciate tips. It keeps this channel going. I don't know if you all know, but I don't just have money falling down out of the sky on me. Or maybe I do. Let's visualize that. I have so much money just falling down on the sky for me. But I love to share what I do get with people too. So I practice sort of like tithing. And every month, whatever I get from Rogue Ways, whatever I get from Middle Path, whatever I get from all of the tarot readings, the sessions that I do, you know, any jewelry, blessed jewelry that I sell, anything like that that I get coming in, I 100% take at least 10% and I give that to people in need. And my favorite way to do that is, for example, a member of our family, our community here at Rogue Ways, I won't give her name just in case, but if you're in our community, you probably know. She suffered a fire, a devastating fire. The insurance, you know, premium is higher than she can afford, so she doesn't get any help at all, you know, and she's already suffering from really severe disabilities, from Lyme disease and more, and has been struggling already with all of this, right? And lives with her disabled, you know, an elderly parent, and also takes on other things too. So a lot going on there, and really desperately needed our help. So I took my tithing for the month and I sent it her way, right? And the month before that, it was a similar situation. I'd rather find the like specific person with a specific need and give it directly to them. But if I can't find that, then I also find a nice organization, either locally or abroad, to give to an organization that I can trust to actually help people and not just take it all for administrative costs and whatnot. So I really appreciate all the support that I get, and I really love being able to give that back. The Compassion Fund we did for a while, people had donated, you know, and we had this fund that was just for things like that. People who maybe needed a reading or needed some guidance or had, you know, a need of just money. You know, we all contributed in the community and beefed that fund up, and that is mostly gone now. So I'm probably going to do another, you know, fundraising drive for that, and I'll share my spreadsheet of what comes in and what goes out if anybody ever cares to know. It's not like official. It's just me keeping track of that kind of stuff. Anyways, I don't even know how I got off on this tangent, but that is one thing that does happen in our community. Oh, because I got tips. Aaron, thank you for tipping in Rockfin. You know, same. Your tips coming in always get a percentage of them that go right back out to the community. So, Mateo saying in the chat, I was hoping for a wardrobe malfunction on the Naked podcast. There's 2 nudist podcasts I've done now. One on this channel where John Coleman came in and we did the whole episode about nudism and the sort of history of that in schools and families and society, and some pieces of that and what's good about nudism. And then I was just actually on his show yesterday. It's airing, I think, right now, actually. I could be wrong. I didn't mean to compete with him, but that might be what's going on. But you can catch it any time, and we did it nude again because we were doing emotional nudity in poetry, and so yeah, some people are really interested in that level of nudism. You travel around the world, man, it's way more common. We're just weirdos here in the West. Terrified of the naked body, obsessed with making it sexual. But anyways, I digress. Tonight, we are going to talk about the beautiful energy that is in literally every moment and everything and everything. There's nothing that's not infused with this beautiful energy. And what's really interesting about it is how you can access it and do anything you want with it. And that's what's hidden from you. The energy's existence is sort of hidden. It's not talked about a lot in our materialist, obsessed world. But definitely the ways to work with it and how it can transform your entire life are hidden from you. So we're going to get into that today, and that's exciting. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about that. And thank you to everybody who's over on Rockfin. I see Bad Bee in the chat, as well as the people who have been tipping that I already mentioned, and thank you so much to all of you. So I do have some really exciting things to share. Wow, I have so many screens now that I don't even know what I've done. There we go. Let's see. So I want to share with you some things that are really exciting for me. One thing is, I always like to try to not have you guys just, well, we'll just leave that how it is. I'll stop fussing. One thing is really exciting. We're 2 days away. This is the site. This is rogueways.org, aka CoreySharman.com. Both are the same site. 2 days away from the 1 day of brightness summer solstice event. I am so excited. The sun is at the height of its journey, at the height of its power before it starts declining. It's not a bad thing when it declines, but it's so nice to tap into it at the height of its power. And that's exactly what we're doing on Saturday. This is a virtual online retreat. If you feel like, oh, I'm not in your location, it doesn't matter. You can be there with us via Zoom. People who come to this always feel uplifted, enlightened, just saturated with goodness and just so much. It's just beyond what people expect when they first sign up. I think they're kind of like, yeah, I don't know, it'll be a boring conference thing. It is not boring, and it is not like any conference you've ever been to. It is absolutely like a power show of all of the goodness of life, and it really gets deeply infused. It lasts for so long afterwards. You know, that high that we get during the event, it doesn't go away right when it's over. It just keeps going. And if you are adept and you keep it high in yourself, you can keep it going really forever, really until maybe the fall equinox, our next one. But we have all so much goodness that comes in. A lot of it is inspired both in myself and in the other presenters this day. It's inspired like the day of, the morning of, which I think a lot of us work that way when we're working with these spiritual energies. And so I can never promise you exactly what's going to happen, but I do have this list here of the types of things that tend to happen or could happen. And it's not even a complete list, but it's things we've touched on before. We always have spiritual communication. Messages are always pouring in. We're all having synchronicities all day long. It's not planned, but by us at least consciously, but it's not an accident either. We always do a little bit of at least ancient movement. We always have some meditative pieces, and beyond that, it's kind of a grab bag of whatever comes up that day. But our practitioners are all master teachers or master practitioners, and so it's always something rich and deeply affirming and uplifting. Plant allies and medicine could come up. Chakras and activation, heart-centered practice, healing practices, mantras, gratitude and forgiveness, spiritual protection, finding spiritual allies, auras, bodily knowing, and all kinds of stuff. We've got Catherine O'Shea, as always, gracious to come share her time with us, and deep messages and deep movement there. We have Alan Sisko back again. He's the priest and leader of the Red Lotus Temple, a longtime practitioner, a master teacher, all kinds of stuff. And he generally brings us the physical movement, the martial arts aspect, and some spiritual connections with that. And then this time we are lucky to have Chance Garden as our third presenter for the day. And Chance is going to bring, I'm not even sure what, but I'm very excited because he's a very intuitive healer and practitioner himself, and it's going to be amazing. So all of that is what you get for the price of a ticket, and I'll tell you here, it's not going to be published anywhere. It's only for listeners of the show, and only if you listen before that day, that you can get your final. If you still haven't got your ticket, but you're going to right now, then you have the ability to use the coupon code last minute to get a special little discount to just nudge you over that finish line, because we want to see you there. We're so excited. People who are coming are excited. I'm excited, and I hope that you finally take the plunge and join us. And then I'll shut up about it now. But holy crap, is it going to be rad, just like every time. One more thing I want to show you over in the shop here that I just added today, and then we'll get into the content of the show. But in the shop, you know, I have Oregon Blessed jewelry. I have all the books that I sell straight from me with inscriptions. I have some art that I make. There's always clothes and merch with different designs we've done over the years, and also the Rogueways logo and the Middle Path logo. There is consultation I do for writing and for teaching, for education, and for all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, there's the tarot readings and the spiritual guidance and the ceremonies that I can do for people as well. But just added today, and it's sneakily hidden in the clothes and merch section, even though it's something I create myself to share with you. It doesn't come from this third company, third-hand sort of thing, but it's the Rogueways water bottle. And dude, I'm excited because people have seen me drinking out of this bottle. They love it. They're like, I want a Rogueways water bottle. And I've always said, oh, I mean, I'll send you some stickers. Or now I'm like, oh, I can actually make this for you. Like, why did it take me that long to figure it out? I don't know. But if you are one of the people who has wanted one of these water bottles that I carry with me literally everywhere I go, this is how I drink my water. I like to do it out of glass because glass doesn't leach. You don't get any of the plastic bullshit in there. You don't get any of the sort of like remnants from whatever previous drink you had in there because it's glass. Glass is clean. Glass is great. And so it's a glass, beautiful bottle, 1 liter bottle. It's a little big for some people, but I love it because that keeps me hydrated. If I make sure I minimum drink this with, of course, adding a little Himalayan salt, a little baking soda, a little potassium, a little vitamin C, whatever you need to keep that water alive. You want to filter it, but then you want to add back in some of those beautiful minerals. But I drink at least that, then I think I'm pretty good for a day. So this is my water bottle I love, that you see me drinking out of for the past 3 years. And if it's something you want, here it is now, available for you in the shop. And I just want to share that with people. So let's get started. The thing that we always do on Middle Path is we do an exercise. And the exercise we're going to do today is we're going to actually practice with this energy that we're going to be talking about all episode long. We're going to see how we can use it this easily. Whether you've ever done anything like this before or not, whether you do it all the time, you can gather this energy and you can use it on yourself, in your body, in your energetic body, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. And we're going to do that right now. And so sadly, if you're over on YouTube right now, this is going to be our cutoff point. If you want to join us for this practice and for all the other good stuff that we're going to be doing tonight, I'm going to... Well, I hope the stream didn't cut off on Rokfin right when we're switching over there, but... Anyways, there's the link to jump over to Rokfin for those of you who aren't there yet. And if you are on Rokfin and anything ever happens, pressing refresh is usually a pretty good... wow, is this really how it is? I don't know, I think it's still going, but okay, yeah, it's still going. Sorry, sometimes I get a little confused on the Rokfin side of things. They do things a little bit differently over there. Anyways, come over to Rokfin right now to join us for this practice and for more Adeptus Astartes. Yes, drinking water tutorials are needed. Lori Wince, Jenny B, love you all. Just head over to Rokfin with that link there or the one below. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time.